That's right, your Uncle Jerry's doing a wrestling video. Hooray! Yay, yay. Yay. So obviously, we're here to talk about the Royal Rumble. I want to have a disclaimer here. I haven't watched wrestling really since the last Royal Rumble. I'm not gonna lie to you. So any other matches like the women's match or the other matches that are on the card, I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking specifically about the men's Royal Rumble. Alright, so that's the only thing we're talking about, because that's actually something that I'm quite knowledgeable in. I've been calculating exactly who's going to win, been looking at the numbers, like the matrix is running through my head, and you're not going to like my answer, but you might like my backup answer, and I'll get to that in a minute. My first answer is Roman Reigns. My prediction is Roman Reigns is going to win. And I know some of you aren't going to like that. I know some people will like that. Like I said, as I said, I don't know how he's gotten on since WWE, because as I said, I haven't watched it. But I'm like Mystic Meg, like Conor McGregor would say, I could honestly see when Roman Reigns wins this thing, it's going to be a parade of boos again. And I'm actually shocked that he's favourite. I'm genuinely shocked that WWE are considering him to win. Because, don't get me wrong, he's a talent. I do think he gets some crap. Like, he gets some absolute crap from people saying that he's awful. He's not awful. And I'm sick so and tired of people. He is not a John Cena level horrible. John Cena is still terrible. And I do think Roman is actually better than John Cena, and I know people will disagree with me on that. Hey, it is what it is. Roman is better than John Cena because at least I can watch him without cringing every 2 seconds. He's a believable guy, like he's a believable person that can kick your ass. But my problem is that when Roman wins this, it's going to be a parade of boos. It's going to be smarks everywhere, shouting and trying to hijack this entire match. I hope WWE's moved on from that, but from what I've seen, it's not going to do that. So that's my pick, is Roman Reigns. Now, this is where things get interesting. I'm going to get into my backup picks. Number 2 is Drew McIntyre. Some people are saying, now, here's the interesting thing. Drew has more chance of winning this than he did last year, because, believe it or not, on Sky Bet, apparently, as I said, people can't believe this, but you can actually bet on wrestling, believe it or not. I don't personally do that, because I'm not a betting person. Drew McIntyre and Roman are actually even. Roman's slightly higher, like, to the point where you can't really bet on Roman. But Drew and Roman are very similar in regards to odds, so that's the first time I've seen any of these betting sites where they generally are confused about who the favourite is, because last year Seth Rollins was immediately favourite. Nakamura the year before that, I think it was Nakamura. Remember when Nakamura won? You could, like, literally everyone was like 10 to 1, 10 to 1. Nakamura was odds on favourite. But this one in particular, Drew and Roman are very even, but Roman's slightly higher. And usually when someone's slightly higher, they're probably going to win. The next person is, I can't believe I'm going to say this, and you guys are going to fall off your chairs when I say this, and I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but my third pick is CM Punk. Now, here's the thing. Do I think he's going to show up? Probably not. However, if he does show up, he will probably win. And the reason why I say this is because why in God's green earth would you have CM Punk show up to a Royal Rumble and have him not win? Like, could you imagine CM Punk did a dramatic return and then he just got eliminated? Like, it would defeat the entire purpose of everything that happened over the last few years. The reason why CM Punk left. At this point in time, CM Punk has no chance of actually showing up. Currently, he is third favourite to win. He's 4 to 1. Usually people that are 4 to 1 usually won't win. But I'm saying this now. If CM Punk, if you hear that music, Cult of Personality, he's gonna win. Because why would you have him not do that? You know what I mean? Brock Lesnar is another guy that might win. I don't think he will. I don't think they're gonna risk it because there's really no point. Him him and Drew are even as well, but I think if Brock won it, it would just be like, it's like Roman, it's predictable. But WWE have been very predictable in their picks. So historically speaking, it's probably going to be Roman, but I don't think Brock. I would put Brock actually lower on this list. Kane Alvarez is another guy. Some people are saying that he's going to win. I don't think he is. I don't think Vince was happy with the shape that he was in, to be honest with you. My fourth pick to win is Edge. So, very similar to CM Punk. If Edge shows up, he'll probably win. But he's less on the card to actually be in this. He's 9-1 to win. I do think if Edge did show up, he'd win. I think there's more chance of Edge showing up than CM Punk. But Edge, I've seen training videos of him with him and Sheamus. He's actually lifting heavier weight than what he did actually when he was in wrestling, which is crazy. So clearly, but the main thing that I have a problem with Edge returning is I do not want him to get injured. It's very similar to the Daniel Bryan thing. Daniel Bryan thing worked, but just because the Daniel Bryan thing worked doesn't necessarily mean that the Edge thing's going to work, because they were quite swift with Edge. They were quite swift with him saying no, like, you're not going in. With Daniel Bryan, it was like, he might come back. With Edge, it was an outright no, because obviously he took way too many bumps, especially in the TLC matches. But I hope Edge, I would like to see him back, but only if he's 100%. I don't want to see a man get destroyed in the ring. So my obviously my favorite is Roman Reigns. My second is CM Punk, and my third is Edge. So that's my predictions. I want to say this as well. I really hope that this Royal Rumble is better than last year. I was vastly disappointed with last year, to the point where I actually stopped watching wrestling. Last year was the first year ever that I didn't watch WrestleMania. It was a low point for me watching wrestling. And I haven't really talked about it as much on a video, but it was a big low point for me personally. Some people actually got back into it. That was a point where whenever the Sting thing happened, notoriously the Sting thing happened, that's when I went, no, and I started watching less and less wrestling. At this point now, it's literally non-existent. I hope that this is a good Royal Rumble, because they need this to be a good Royal Rumble. I would, best outcome right now is if CM Punk or Edge won. That would be phenomenal. But don't get your high hopes up for that either, okay? Like, I know some of you are watching this, you want advice or whatever. I'm going to give you guys advice, and I don't want to tell you what to do, but I'm going to give you, for the first time, solid advice on what you should do watching this, is to lower your expectation. Now, I did that on the last year one, and I ended up hating it even more. I hope they've improved from last year, because Royal Rumbles is almost as if they don't give a crap about it. And I hope this is actually for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I hope this isn't actually for the Universal, because I'm sick, sore, and tired of hearing about that belt now. I don't like that belt anymore. I'm sorry, I think the Universal Championship is pretty much a joke at this point, because Brock has just hijacked it for many, many years. And then the WWE World Heavyweight Championship as well has been like second fiddle to a point. As well, and I really hope that this Royal Rumble brings some prestige to the WWE Championship. I really do, because that title needs something like, and they need to make that title feel special. And I think the Universal should be second. I think just treat it like the World Championship. They did what they did with SmackDown. Anywho, that is my predictions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah. This video will probably get demonetized for no reason, but I don't really care either way. YouTube's in a weird place right now. There's a lot of stuff that I need to talk to you guys about in regards to the channel, and why I haven't really been active on it. But the main reason being is because I just fell out of wrestling. I'm gonna watch this next day, so then I'm not tired. Because when I get tired, I watch the Royal Rumble tonight and I start getting tired, and then you have to go to work the next day. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. But despite what some people might think, I'm going to be 30 next year. I am not at the age like I was in my teenage years when I started. I'm not going to be doing that again. Any reviews will be next day, and if I have time for it, I have time for it. I'm sorry. Smart Busters made a smart decision by not even reviewing it at all. You know what I mean? But I'm still going to be continuing. If you guys want me to review it, let me know, and I'll review it. And I'll upload it at some point next week for you guys, if I have time and stuff to do it, obviously, as well. What else was I going to say there in regards to the channel? Yes, so the final thing before we go, it will be 10 years that I've been on YouTube, and that will be in December this year. We're obviously going to try and do something for it, so we're going to do like a live stream around December time. A lot of decisions need to be made for the channel, because I now actually have free time to go on the channel, believe it or not, in the weekends and such. Not every weekend, but I actually have more time now than what I did before. So I'm going to try and put out more effort this year for you guys. I actually want to apologize for last year's effort. I did do a lot like last year, especially with the rant series. I think the rant series just shot up at an all-time high last year, especially with the JD, the Sean's Entertainment rant series. Like, a lot of those videos I put a lot of effort in. But looking back on it, I don't want to deal with that stress anymore. Now, I'm still going to be uploading a YWC video. When that comes out, I will let you know. You guys all know, with the rant series, I take my time with it, alright? I know this is mainly about the Royal Rumble, but there's a few of you that have questions as to where the hell I've been. Am I going to do a Smart Busters and leave? There's been people talking about that. Like, am I just going to outright leave? Am I going to do a Wrestling Jesus as well and just leave as well? I'm still going to be here, but, you know, if Brock Lesnar can be part-time, then I can be part-time as well. You know, I'm not at the age now where I was like a teenager, where I was pumping out videos every day. I'm not at that point now, and YouTube's a very different place now, so... Anywho, enough of my rambling. This is General Cherry on the General Cherry channel, signing out. I think Roman's gonna win, to be honest with you boys. I think Roman's gonna win.